Mr. Prince Roxon with us. But before I introduce our resource person, I would want to talk about the Center for Business Analysis. If you are just getting introduced to us, this is the Center for Business Analysis. We are the number one leading training professionals in data analytics and business analysis. We've given training for data analytics for the past 6 years, and we are your go-to facilitators and your go-to resource people for accurate data analytics tuition in Ghana. We are endorsed by IIBA, based in Canada, and all our certifications are written there. So please, if you want to join the Center for Business Analysis, please visit our website, centerforanalytics.com, and you could read more about us. We have trained over 4,500 participants in both our data analytics, business analysis, and cybersecurity certification programs. So Center for Business Analysis is your go-to. If you need any answer on data analytics, you think cyber or think Center for Business Analysis. So I just want to give a quick shout out to some people that have joined us, give an icebreaker before we can go into the main program for the day. So we have Dennis Tenkai. Hello. Felix is on the call. We have Jamal, David on the call. We have Richard also on the call. Thank you so much for joining. Please share the link with your colleagues and everyone so that they can join and listen to this webinar. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so moving straight into it, before Mr. Prince Roxon comes in, I would want to give a brief introduction about him, what he is about, and why he is the accurate person for this webinar we are having today. So Mr. Prince Roxon is an alumni of the Center for Business Analysis. He took our data analytics training with us, and he's also a visionary for our mentorship program because of the in-depth resource and in-depth knowledge that he has about our data analytics program. So he is just the right person. He's currently a data analyst at Huggles Consulting. And he said that stepping into Huggles, my mission has been to harness data analytics to elevate data quality and unlock strategic insights. With a solid foundation as a quality control officer at Jospon Group, I cultivated a proficiency in scrutinizing data integrity and leveraging clinical decision support system to enhance outcome. My role intertwines the rigor of quality control with the innovation of health informatics, revealing patterns that inform crucial decisions at the intersection of technology and healthcare. My competency in data analysis and clinical systems continue to a landscape where data not only informs but also transforms the quality of service. The last line, so where data not only informs but transforms the quality of service. I think with this introduction, if Mr. Prince Roxon is not the best person to talk about this title or this webinar topic that we have, I don't know who else is. And I appreciate him so much for doing this and taking time to be with us. So before we go into if you don't know, we are streaming this on our Facebook, Instagram, and our LinkedIn page at Center for Business Analysis. Center for Business Analysis. We are live. You could share the link to everyone so that we can join, learn, and learn. Thank you so much. Thank you. My name is Stella, and I would want to hand over to Mr. Prince Roxon so that he takes us through this topic, the future of data analytics, how certifications can keep us relevant. So please, over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Rightly said, Prince Roxon, and I'm sure everyone would be wondering why data analytics was mentioned, and my profile has a lot of health, and then lots of biology stuff. So I actually graduated with a degree in biology. I studied biology for my first degree, and along the way, I got interested in data. So I had to find a way of merging the two, and that's how come I got to where I have gotten to. However, my specialty line with health and then building systems. I can confidently say with my training, I'm not limited to just health, and because of that, I find myself in the fintech space. So it's actually how just financial technology. So I work as the data analyst for how just financial technologies and also do a little bit of consulting for others as well. So this is just me. I'm going to continue right from here, right? Okay, so the future of data analytics. When this comes to mind, what do we think? Please, is my screen audible? Sorry, is my screen visible?
Yes, please, it is.
Okay, right. Okay, so how certifications keep you relevant? How certifications keep you relevant? And in this, I'm going to use myself as a case study for this. Okay, so what is the current data analytics landscape? How does data analytics look now? There has been an explosion of data across industry, whether health, whether education, be it technology, whether finance, everywhere you find yourself, there is data. Just think about it. Anything you can lay your hands on, anything you can see, it's all about data. So because of that, organizations have started shifting to making decisions not just based on experience, but rather making data-driven solutions. And previously, there used to be a lot of descriptive analytics, as in what is happening now. That is what most of the analytics were about. But currently, we have data analytics has shifted from just the descriptive, has moved on to the predictive, and now currently practicing a lot of prescriptive. That is to be able not just predict what will happen, but also to tell you, because of this that would happen, this is what I am prescribing for you. So let me just get a bit clinical here. So for instance, you get sick, you get to the hospital, and then they'll tell you you are having maybe cancer. If you don't treat it, if you are having cancer, so that is descriptive. If you don't treat it, you are going to maybe get to stage 3 or stage 4, stage 5. So that is predictive. However, we are going to give you these drugs, and that is just the prescriptive part of it. Now, there has also been a high demand for data-driven decision making. Just as I told you, data hardly can tell lies, or data hardly tells lies. 99.999% of the times, data is always right. However, there are also shortage of professionals with the right blend of technical plus business plus analytical skills. So there are most people who may just be technical, or they may be people who just have the business acumen, and then others who just have the analytical part. So what does it look for us with the future? So currently we have trends that we have the current key trends that are ongoing. Aside what I do, I am also a machine learning engineer. So I do a lot of AI, I do a lot of machine learning as well. So the current trends that are ongoing, we have the AI and machine learning integration. We have the cloud data platforms, we have data governance and ethics, we have the real-time analytics, we have business story plus analytics. So these are places where if you take data analytic course, you can even expand to it's just like taking your professional, or let's say taking, going to the medical school, completing, and then specializing in other fields. However, what does the industry needs? The industry needs people with the technical expertise. The industry needs people with the domain expertise. Then the industry needs people who are willing to continuously learn, and then people who can adapt. When we talk about technical expertise, that is where most of us we talk about the IT component of whatever we do. Once it is data, then yes, there's a bit of IT in it. Then domain expertise. So domain expertise simply means which sector are you talking about? For instance, because I'm a health informatician, my domain would be more about health. So if you find yourself as a data analyst in the health sector, or maybe in Kolebu Teaching Hospital, then your domain is health. Even in Kolebu Teaching Hospital, maybe you may be the data analyst for the finance department. Then that means yours is the finance part. So that is what we mean by domain expertise. And because technology is quickly changing, you need to continuously learn. So your learning doesn't end wherever you go to, but you need to continuously learn. And because you are continuously learning, you also need to continuously adapt to the rapid changing environment of data analytics. Now, the skills gap, when we talk about the skills gap, it's a very huge one. I can say this with confidence. There are lots of people who may take short courses, most of them not even certified. They may just be giving participatory certifications and other things. And all of a sudden, they are called data analysts. All of a sudden, they are called web designers. All of a sudden, graphic designers and stuff. However, they lack the business acumen. They may not even know how to even attend business cases. Also, they may also
Hello.
lack
Hello,
communication.
Prince.
Yes, hello.
Please, sorry to cut you. I think you are making a presentation, but your slides is not moving.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, so please, the slides. Thank you.
A minute. Is it visible now?
Yes, it
Is
is.
it visible now? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So people lack the business acumen. They also lack how to communicate and then tell story. So let me just touch here a bit. The data is available to all of us. It's just around us. But how to make meaningful insight from it and then tell the stakeholders who would be interested in it. That is also one thing that people also lack. And then the ethical and then the regulatory awareness surrounding data. Though it is around us, you cannot just stand up and say you are collecting data. There are ethical and then regulatory awareness. This is the reason certification matters. So because people lack these skills, they need to get certified, and getting certified means you are going to pass through certain trainings and then you are going to fill in the gaps of the gaps here, right? So why do certifications matter? One, it validates your technical expertise. You see, when you take, let's say, a 1 month program, a 2 weeks program, a 3-day program in data analytics, it necessarily does not make you a data analyst. It necessarily does not make you a data analyst. So fine, you may have been introduced to it, but there's so much about it that you would not be abreast with. So you only have the introductory. So taking a certification program, it validates your technical expertise, because before you get certified, you are going to be tested on your knowledge on the technical parts. So it is going to validate it, so to make sure whoever we are giving this license, whoever we are giving this certificate is able to meet our standards. And it also shows commitment to continuous learning, because 5 years ago, how we would have attempted data analytics is not what we are doing now. Even as a last year, what we were attempting is not what we are doing now. Let me give a very good example. At the time I took my course at the Center for Business Analysis, I was only introduced to data analytics, but here I am. I had to move on further to learn machine learning and AI on my own, and then also take certifications at that part as well. And it also gives you global recognition. Imagine you are having your ACCA, your ICA Gene certificates, all of these things, your professional HR certifications. Wherever you go, you are recognized as being a professional. It is not just limited to a certain group of people, maybe in your school or something. Then it also gives you confidence for career mobility. Now, how do we align our skill sets with our certification? So what are some of the skills that we need? With the technical skills for a data analyst, you need Python, you need SQL, you need R, you need Power BI, you need Tableau, you need Excel. I intentionally started from what I think is difficult to what is not difficult, or the basic. So usually for a data analyst, the basic thing you need to know is Excel. Then you move up the ladder right to Python. That is the technical skills you should have. Though when you're able to complete Excel, then yes, that is you. There are some organizations that prefer people who have mastered Excel, and they are going to put you on roles just for Excel. Some too will put you on roles just for Power BI, and then some to put you on roles just for Python or SQL. However, if you're able to combine two or more of this, it's going to be a plus for you. And the good thing about it is they are interrelated. So once you're able to master Excel, it becomes easy for you to work with Power BI. And once you begin working with Power BI, you'd realize that working with Tableau is also easy, because you are just going to transfer your knowledge. And once you are done with that, you see, you start having interest in R, then SQL, Python. There are a lot of them, but these are the ones I have stated based on what I use. Then what are some of the analytical skills you would need? You'd need statistics. I'm not saying this to scare you, but they are just basic, not the kind of statistics that we were studying in school, where you are going to do the significance level and those kind of things. This is the reason why you need to be certified. You need to go through a certification program, so that the people, others don't scare you with that. You'd also need ML, which is the machine learning, and then predictive modeling as well. Now, when you have the technical and analytical skills, and then you don't have the business skills, then it is going to be a minus. So you need to know how to communicate. As a data analyst, after your analysis, you have made some insights, you have some findings. If you don't know how to communicate them, then you are as good as not even analyzing at all. You should also know how to solve problem. Problem solving should be something that you carry along. And then domain knowledge, I already explained domain knowledge. So if you're a finance person, you should be or if you are working in the finance department, you should be aware of your environment, the things the finance people use, all those things. If you are working in the health sector, you should be aware of your surroundings. So that is what domain knowledge talks about here. So aligning your skill set with certifications, I was able to put down some of these certification programs. And fortunately for us, this same organization, or the giving us this webinar, is able to give you all of this. For a data analyst, then you are going to take the CBDA, that's the Certified Business Data Analysis. However, there are also some that are also available for you. For instance, the CCA, that's the Certification in Cybersecurity Analysis. We also have the CBAP, that is the Certified Business Analyst Professional. Then we have the ECBA, that is the Entry Certificate in Business Analysis. And also there is SQL for data analytics. So someone may just be interested in just the SQL, and it's also a good start for you. Now, how do you stay relevant on the market? How do you stay relevant? One, you assess your current skill set. You should identify your strengths and gaps, your interests, all of those things. And then when you are done, you prioritize certification. So you don't just study them. Like when I started, I said a lot of people go around parading themselves as data analysts, but just push them a little bit forward and then they'll give up. They'll tell you we were not taught this. But then if you are certified, no one needs to push you down further. Assuming you are IIBA certified, then they know that you have gone through that rigorous training, you have gone through their exams, and then you have what it has to be called a data analyst. Even if you have forgotten, you still have about 70% of what you need to thrive, and then continuous learning. You are going to still continue learning. Now you also need to blend your skills. That is technical skills, your business skills, and then the storytelling. As a data analyst, if you can't do these three, then I'm sorry. So it is also one of the reasons you need to take certification courses, because they teach you all of these. Maybe you are just registering for data analytics. However, they will teach you how to have business skills like communications and other things, then storytelling, how to tell data stories and others. So all these become bonuses. And then you adopt, you should be in peer learnings. You should also attend conferences. I think there's going to be a conference for all data analysts, either this month or early next month. You can follow the Center for Business Analysis and you get informed there. Then build a portfolio. Build a portfolio like LinkedIn. You go there, you interact with other data analysts. Some would post questions, some would post their what they have gone through and others, and then you share yours too as well. So it's not all about people posting and then you going to comment. You need to share yours. You can also find maybe data sets online. You try them and then you share your insights, and then let someone also share their insight from a different angle. Just like I said, the data is available to all of us. However, there are ways everyone would go to solve a particular question. That doesn't make someone wrong. The only thing that may make someone stand out is the way they attempt those problems. Now, what are the key takeaways? One, certification programs are multidimensional, and that is the future of data analytics. So once you take a data analytics program, they don't care wherever you find yourself. You can find yourself in educational settings. You can find yourself in the health sector. You can find yourself in finance. You can find yourself wherever. You just think of it: football, soccer, sport. Like just think of it. HR, every place, everywhere. Now, the next one we would also talk about is getting certified. It keeps you credible and then it keeps you competitive. So knowing what I have gone through, if I have the chance to hire data, let's say a data analyst, first I'm going to check your certificates before I move on, not to undermine those who don't have certificates. I understand you are good at what you do. However, I'll prioritize the one with certificate because he is more credible. And then you should also be willing to learn continuously. Then the future market also demands that your skill set is not just for today. So if today you are still doing what is my data telling me now, then you'll be lost. You should align yourself and your skill set for tomorrow's job as well. As in getting to know of more of the tools that are being used. For instance, with the visual tools, we have Power BI, which is widely used. We have Looker, we have Spotfire, even Excel, Python, they can all do some visuals. I would end my presentation here, and then if you have questions, you may ask. Yeah. Hello, Stella.
Yes, hello, Prince.
Yeah, right. Okay, so I'm handing.
Over. Okay. Thank you so much for the presentation. I really appreciate. But then before we open the floor for question and answers, I have one or two questions that I would want to ask before we have our participants or people coming also. Okay. So, Prince, I know you spoke about the skill gap, and now we know the job market is very competitive. And for someone looking to break into the field or advance their career, how do you certifications actually provide an edge over a candidate who doesn't? I know you spoke about if you could hammer or zero down on it also. Thank you.
Okay, so I can talk a lot about certifications, but let me just limit myself to this. One, it gives you credibility. The signal to employers that you have been validated, that you have the standardized skills. For instance, Microsoft certified. When you're a Microsoft certified data analyst, they know that you know how to handle Microsoft stuff. Or let's say Google Data Analytics, they know you know how to handle Google stuff. So it gives you the edge and then gives you credibility, and also it gives confidence to your employers. So recruiters often use certification as a quick filter. You know, when a job placement is placed or is advertised, about over thousands of people pick, let's say, apply. And when they do apply, they need to filter out to get the best. So no matter how good you are, if you are not certified, when they apply their certification filter, they are going to filter you off. And then someone who you may be far better than is going to get the edge over you. Now, it also helps you to structure your learning. So certifications force learners to cover both fundamentals, advanced topics, and then helps them to take them systematically and also bridge the gap between the industry and the class. Yeah, so while certifications alone cannot guarantee the job, they differentiate candidates with similar experience and serve as the tiebreaker when employees often need to decide between people. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So I think when you were giving your submission, I one thing that really got stuck with me is that it helps you to structure your learnings. So I'd want to ask, there are many options out there from online tutoring to free programs online, and it will help you to broaden your knowledge on data analytics, just like you took us through the tools, the SQL, Excel, Power BI, and what have you. So, how should an analyst choose the right certification training option for their goals? What do you think will be the best recommendation to give an upcoming analyst for their goal?
Okay, so first, I'll say there are too many options, and then you should also consider your career goals as well. So where do you want to specialize in? Is it in BI or visualization? Do you want to enter into AI, or you want to stay broad and then generalize? Then Also, you look at the industry relevance. So some industries prefer certain tools like maybe Excel or the Power BI, and then some would also prefer the Pythons and the rest, and also the level of experience. However, to put all of this together, I would say look out for certification programs that can give you at least 70% of what I have mentioned, 70 to 80%. If you are able to get this, then you are good to go. An example is the Center for Business Analysis, where I mentioned you don't just do what's in the class, you get real world examples and then work on all of these things as well.
Oh, okay. I was thinking you had more for us. That's nice.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yes. So now coming back to your experience with CBA, I know you've spoken about how important certifications are, the stages we have, the type of certification we even have here. And if you are joining the call, this is just a quick one. We have an upcoming program or cohort in data analytics comes 6th September. Registration is still ongoing. And after this webinar, you would want to register to be a part of this program. Okay, so to my next question, you spoke about 70% tuition or making sure that you get a program that can give you 70% of all that you've spoken about. So let's talk about the practical value and your time with CBA. Looking back, how has CBA helped you transition from just a novice to someone that is actually having the title as a data analyst now? Because it's been long. How was the transition like for you after the training? Did you think that, oh, you could do this? Was the training even practical enough for someone that came in with no understanding?
Okay, so before that, I had also taken let me say I was a bit exposed to it, but did not even know my left from right. I didn't know where I was going to and how to even attempt certain questions, even knowing which kind of stakeholders I should communicate to and how you are going to communicate to each of these stakeholders. All these were missing. But after I took my program, after I took my program, and then took my certification as well, I realized it made a very big change. I was able to speak confidently and know that uh, whichever method I choose, it's internationally, let me say, yeah, it's a standard. Whatever method I choose, whatever criteria I decided to use to take certain decisions, they were all standard, and that any standard person who would also come in is also going to use the same methods as I did. So I wasn't really scared about that. And with the transition, um, I wouldn't be able to talk much about it because it may take the whole time. Yeah.
Okay. I think we want to have a sneak peek of it. So how was the transition for you? Just something small.
Oh, okay. So um yeah, so coming from a biology background and going to sit in a data analytics classroom, I remember my class, most of them were from the banks, like and most of them were from Fidelity at that time. And having me, a biologist sitting there, the kind of things were mentioning and stuff, to be honest, not do I say, but I was very confused, extremely confused as to what to do. But the tutor had to take it easy on us. And then every term he mentioned, which he knew was not for us, or let me see, not a general term, he would go around, he would make sure we understood that. And you see, you are in front of someone who knows it. And then there are also other colleagues who are also around. So when a term is mentioned, for instance, EBITDA, it's mentioned, you are going to get a handful of people to explain that to you. So that is one edge I had, which helped me transition easily. And all I had to do was just to get the domain understanding as well. So after getting the domain understanding, taking what we learned in class made it easier for me. And I can say that confidently I can transition to any sector I want to. The only barrier is that people would say maybe I don't have a background there. But just as I said, I'm a biologist, but I'm working for a fintech, a financial technology. So maybe they should encourage you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. You were trying to take away this information from us. Well, that's nice. And I like the fact that you said that you had a handful of people to guide you. And for CBA, that's a community we provide here. So once you come for our certification program, we have the physical class at the National Banking College. We have lots of professionals that you can meet, network, and connect with. For them, they are here to help you. And you have able teaching assistants and also a facilitator that is very, very, very learned. He has all the knowledge and he's going to assist you at any point in time. So I think it hammers on what Prince said. I would want to go into like some success stories also, but then before I do that, please, if as on the call, if we have any question, he's open. You can just raise our hand or mute yourself and ask your question. Anything you want to know at all, how is data analytics helping? Any question you have about data analytics and Prince as a person? Okay. I can see some hands, Ari, please. Okay, Redeemer, please go ahead. Hello, Redeemer. Please, you can unmute and ask your question. Okay, I think he's having a bit of a struggle with it. Please, anyone else with a question or suggestion or add on to whatever that has been presented to us? We spoke about the future of data analytics and how certifications are going to keep us relevant. So please, anyone with okay. Linda, please go ahead, unmute. Hello? Linda, please, can you hear me? Okay, I think it's from our side and the technical guys are working on it. Linda, you can go ahead, unmute and ask your
Yeah,
question.
hello. Yeah, hello.
Hello? Oh. Okay, Linda, please, Redeemer came, so let Redeemer ask his question, then you come in. Redeemer, please go ahead.
All right, good afternoon, team.
Afternoon.
Thank you for the powerful presentation. Really impressed. Please, I saw something like statistics and then machine learning. So what I come about two of my 4 years. Somebody like we don't like math, but we want to dive into the data analytics. How about us? Doesn't mean that we have been left out. Yeah, thank you.
So that is the nice thing about it. When you are using tools like Power BI, you don't even know what you are or the statistics behind it. All you know is this is the visual and this is what it is giving you. So for instance, you see or let me see, we've been checking things like the dollar rate and something, and you go there to see graph. Do you know the statistics behind the graph? You don't know the statistics behind the graph, yet you're able to interpret it. So that is what visuals do for us. So you don't really need to have a statistical background to be able to do that. However, it depends on whoever you are communicating to. If you are communicating to other people of same industry, like let me say a team of data scientists or statisticians, then with that one you would need that. But for your basic data analytics, you don't need that. It's not a must. It's a nice to have.
All right. Thank you. But you made mention of domain knowledge. Assuming that I learned after the certification, I'm able to land a job that requires me running, let's say, R square and other regression models. And you also made mention of that further after your findings, you should be able to communicate your findings to your stakeholders. And me being mass phobia, how so far let me get to like it. Let's say me and you right now we are in the same boat. How have we been able to deal with your stakeholders as far as this one is concerned?
Yeah, so don't use language they don't understand. Just come to, if you can't meet them at their level, just use the layman's language. For instance, after the election results were over, you didn't go and hear someone saying that we predicted with a significance level of 3 or alpha level of 0.1. All they said was, we are predicting that NDC will win. We are predicting that MPP will win. We are predicting that this and this. They will not go in details, and your stakeholders don't need to know the details about it. Like I already explained, most of the people you'll be communicating to, they don't even know the technicalities of what you are doing. So just go ahead, tell them what you find. Assuming you are in the health sector, what you are finding out is if we don't add or if we don't attend to this situation right now, malaria cases are going to rise by 20%. Malaria cases are going to rise by 30%. Just go ahead and then tell your story. Go straight to the point. You are not now going to beat about the bush to tell them if the alpha level is reduced. And when I check the correlation, and you don't tell them all those things.
All right, thank you, please. I think Linda
Thank
should go before me. I actually have something to inquire about after she's done. Thank you.
Okay. Linda, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So I have two questions. So the first one is about the different fields that you indicated data analysts usually work, Prince. So with the different fields, do they have different terminologies that they use? So for instance, I'm into sports industry. So if I should be presenting to our stakeholders in regards to analysis of data in the industry, are there specific terms that industry that I should use compared to the health industry? Or as an analyst, there's a particular term that cut across that everybody should understand? So that's my first question. The second one is about the conference that you mentioned. I want to know if it's open to the public or it's just for data analysts, and also if that comes with a cost. Is it a conference that comes with pay, like you have to pay to attend? Thank you.
Prince. Yeah,
Yeah,
Prince,
hello.
I think you can take the first part of her question, then I would answer the conference or the summit question for her.
Okay. Linda, when I'm using a graph, for instance, when something is high, it is high, regardless of wherever you are coming from, it is high. But you being able to interpret that high, that means you need domain knowledge. That's why I started by saying that I am a biologist. I found myself there, and in my class, almost everyone was a banker. So everyone kept talking about bank. Yet I got people to also explain to me what those terms meant. So that is how good, or let me say, that is how it is done. So you don't just need your technical skills. Remember, technical skills come with it, then the domain skills also come with the language. So you need to merge this. However, if you have your technical skills, you need to add the domain as well. So Linda, Stella, you can take the next part.
Okay, Linda. So for the upcoming is a summit we are organizing, the Business Analysis Summit. It's happening on the 31st of October at the Palms Eagle, formerly the Holiday Inn Hotel, Airport. So 31st October, this is to commemorate every year we celebrate the Business Analysis Day. And business analysis is not just about business analysis, it also encompasses the data analyst, the cybersecurity, and is very, very open to the public. We are currently running an early bird promotion, which is going to end on the 31st of August this month. So the actual fee for the program is 1,200 for the summit, 1,200 for the summit. But with the promotion ongoing, the early bird promo, everyone is allowed to pay 950. 950. We have a summit website, summit.centerforanalytics.com. You could go on the summit, the website to read about it, have all the information, and also get ready and get registered to be part of a change that is about to happen. So, Linda, I hope this answers the question.
Yes, please. Thank you very much. And it's
All right.
just a 1 day event, right?
Yes, please. It's a 1 day
Okay.
event. Yeah, at the
Okay,
Palms
good.
Eagle.
Yes.
All right.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
All right. Redeemer, please, you had one last question for Prince.
Yeah, hello, please can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right. Thank you, please. Thank you for the opportunity. Please, during the presentation, you made mention of being relevant. Like, we shouldn't, okay, let me put it like how you stated it. You said took a course in 1 day or 3 days. Doesn't qualify to be called data analyst, or maybe from the later you have a certification or something. I want to ask, how do I um, identify this relevant certification provided, and then so that after everything, then I will be industry relevant. Yeah, that is one. And then the second one too is also skill gap analysis. So far in your journey as a data analyst, what are some of the skill gap that you have identified, like within your journey, please? I don't know if you'd like to share with us, maybe to inspire with the upcoming ones, please. Thank you.
Okay, so one thing that you find about me is continuous learning. I'm almost always learning. Maybe those who know me here, sometimes you can call me around 10 p.m., 11 p.m., and then I'll tell you I'm on my PC. I'm learning something new. I have to do something new, like continuous learning. So if you want to identify where you are lacking skills, let me give you one trick. Go to LinkedIn and then look for all the people or all companies that are hiring data analysts there, and start taking the skills that they demand. So if you realize you don't have it, then that is your skill gap. You have to go and learn that. So sometimes you don't look for application, or let's say adverts, because you need a job, but just because you want to stay relevant. So if you realize, let's say, of the 100 adverts you saw, 90 of them are talking about SQL, and then you don't know how to use SQL, then you are facing out. Do you get it? Yeah. And then your other question.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was asking you, with respect to the certification, being able to spot the right certification body or the right provider of the training, so that I will be industry ready, not just that I have the skill uh, of, let's say, I have the skill of using Excel or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
How do I become
So
relevant to the industry trend?
yes, so you can have two specific certifications. A two specific certification, for instance, Excel would be organized by Microsoft. But would you want to take all of these one by one? If there are 40, 50 tools? Do you want to take all of them one by one, assuming each of them costs $100? Are you ready to foot that bill? So why don't you go for one that integrates everything into one? Let me give a good example. CBDA, when you are going for your certification program or your exams, what you are going, they are going to test you on Excel. They are going to test you on visualizations and business domain. So they knowing that they testing you on 3, and then you paying as low as maybe 250 or something like that. Don't you think it's an edge over going to pay $100 for Excel, then $100 for SQL, $100 for Power BI? And the good thing is, before you even get, let me give you there's a like Power BI. You cannot use Power BI without having a Power BI license. But when you are in this kind of programs, they purchase the license in bulk and then share with you. They even give you a license for you to be able to use maybe some 3 months, some 6 months, even up to a year. Some of them, when they realize, oh, you're even still actively using, they don't take away your license. They allow you to work, so you stop using it. So if you don't have the license to work with Power BI, then how are you going to study Power BI? If you don't have the license to study with Tableau, how are you going to study? So you may have heard of it. Maybe after going to check, you'd realize you are seeing a lot of them, Power BI, Power BI, Power BI, but you don't have the license for Power BI. I mean the tools license. You don't have it for Power BI. Then how are you going to study? You may not be able to study. Do you get it? So I would say choose a program considering all of these things before you go. Else you may go and then look at also the ones that go farther and then further. You don't take one that maybe is only relevant in your community or just relevant in your church, just relevant in your school, but look for the one that is internationally recognized, so that when you move from Ghana to Spain, oh, we know them. When you move from Spain to South Africa, oh, we know them. When you move to Somalia, oh, we know them. That is how you should assess them. So one, look for internationally recognized one and not just anyone. Even sometimes the body that is even organizing the program, you even have to assess them. Are they even endorsed? If they are not endorsed, then just forget about it. Look for ones that are endorsed, else you pay huge sums of money and at the end you would have lost a lot. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Redeemer, before you can, I know your hand is up again, but I would want to ask if anyone else has a question to ask. We want to give opportunity to other people on the call, so that if there are no questions, you could come in. But if there are questions, please, you could go ahead, raise your hand and ask Mr. Prince Rockson. Anyone else has a question to ask about everything that has been taught here, or everything is very well? Okay. Oh, okay, I'm getting thumbs up and everyone is saying is okay. It's okay, sure. So Redeemer, please, do you have any question, or we could go ahead and allow Mr. Roxanne to give us his final words and we could call the session to close.
All right. Thank you for the explanation, Mr. Roxanne. Please, I think I got a bit confused with when you were explaining the use of a certification body, as in them giving you licenses. You made mention of Power BI not having, you can use it without the certification or something. I think I lost over there.
Yeah, so I'm saying that some of the tools that are used are not free. They are not free.
Okay.
Are you aware even Excel is not free? Microsoft Word is not free. Just that in Ghana, most of us use the cracked versions, which is not right. because if you read what experts have been talking about, the cybersecurity experts are talking about, you realize tools like the KM Pico and the things, they take data from our PCs. And instances when by mistake you open any website and then you put in your credit card details, they have access to it. They can use it anytime they want. So use authorized softwares. So for you to be able to use authorized softwares, if the person training you is telling you he cannot give you an authorized softwares when you've paid huge sums of money, then why did you take that program in the first place? I believe I've answered it.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. I think
Okay.
after the class, I would like to connect as well. So we'll
Okay.
dive more. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Redeemer, Linda, and thanks for the messages that I'm receiving in my WhatsApp. One message from Anan, he says, this is a good webinar, and thank you, Mr. Roxanne. I've really learned a lot. Please, if you can share the slides with us. I believe the slides will be made available. And this webinar was streamed on our Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn page also. So for any recap, you could go back, watch the webinar, and have your recap session with it. So, Mr. Roxanne, before we end and I talk about our upcoming program, data analytics and business analysis that we have on the 6th of September, please, if you could just give us your last words to just end the session.
Okay, so I wouldn't recommend anyone than CBA, because I'm a beneficiary. There's a time I'll say that I paid something and then I got value for it. So I'll tell you, the role is evolving quickly, so you have to stay competitive. And to stay competitive, you need to combine technical plus business plus soft skills. You also need to choose your learning path based on your career vision. Then you prioritize hands-on training like the one CBA will give to you. And then finally, use certifications strategically because they are the ones that will filter you out from the rest. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So use certifications wisely because that is what will filter you from the rest. So to our upcoming program in data analytics, it's happening on the 6th of September, 2025. Currently, admissions are ongoing and you'd want to register to be a part of this cohort as seats are filling up and we have limited seats available. So this webinar and everything is in connection to that one. So we learn, and we learn. And once you come into the class, everything that you have learned will be used and tested during the main class. So we do Excel, Power BI, and SQL. Those are the skills and the tools that we use here at the center. Excel, Power BI, and SQL. The program is a 4-month program. 4 months program, and the registration fee is 200 Ghana cedis. It is done on our website. Once you do it, our administrator will send you admission letter, add you to the group, and you will become a participant. Also, the tuition for the 4 months program is 4,650. A flexible payment plan is also made available. And if you would need any more information on everything that has been stated here, you could also call our hotline 024-680-9200, 024-680-9200, and speak to our course coordinator. He has all the answers for you. So thank you for spending your afternoon with us. I am very, very grateful. And this has been so informative. I have learned, and I can't stop being amazed about everything that has been shared here. So my name is Stella, the programs coordinator for Center for Business Analysis. And I want to say thank you, Mr. Prince, thank you. And this is the end of the webinar. Bye.
Bye, Stella. Bye, everyone.